everyone. My name is Vinny Yamamoto, and welcome to Finance Focused. I'm here with my co-founder, Felipe Lemon, and we're excited to kick off our first ever interview with a special guest.
Hey guys, so I'm Felipe, and today for our first interview, our first guest is Daniel Martin dos Santos. So, Daniel, could you begin by telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. Thanks, Vinicius and Felipe, for inviting me to be your first guest speaker. Uh, I'm Daniel Martins dos Santos. I'm currently the Chief Finance Officer of Lojas Renner, which is a Brazilian public company that works in the apparel industry in Brazil. Yes, currently Lojas Renner is the leading company in Brazil in the apparel business, and it has a long track record of governance, being the first, I would say, corporation in Brazil when it opened it capital by the second time in 2005.
Okay. Um, Thanks for sharing that. So, let's get straight into the interview. So, to begin, how'd you get started in your career and what inspired you early on?
Okay. I have started my career actually in Unilever, which is a multinational company that actually plays around beauty and personal care, food products, and as well ice cream. Yes. Unilever, when I started, and it actually still has a very structured and successful trainee program, which has been around for more than 40 years. This program is well known as a program that actually formed future leaders of Unilever. Yes, not only in Brazil, but as well is a global program that exists in all countries where actually Unilever is based. When I started this program a long time ago, yes, I had the chance to learn different process of the company before moving to my destination area, which was actually finance. Yes. Uh, since long ago, finance in Unilever was actually entitled to support the business to unlock value. Yeah. So from one side, finance has this technical side related to accounting, treasury, evaluation, risk control, all those things that when you do a business administration undergrad, you get to know. Yes, it's part of the curriculum of any business program. Yes, which is actually important, and it was actually a background that I learned while I was in Universidade de São Paulo when I did my undergrad degree. However, what really motivated me in this position in Unilever was the opportunity to apply all this knowledge together with the business. Yes, the role of finance as a business partner. Yes, which means you are to be able to use these finance toolkits that you have learned, and how do you apply this into the process and business owners to address business situations, ensuring a good and sound commercial decision. Yes. And actually, this was something that since I started my career in Unilever, really caught my heart and mind. Yes. And actually, it was part of my initial journey in finance together with Unilever.
Yeah. So you told us a bit about your early career. If you could like go back to those early stages, would you change anything? Or is there maybe like could you maybe share a mistake that you had early on that like turned into like an important learning experience?
It's a good question. Actually, I do not recollect anything that actually I regret in terms of choices that I made. Yeah. But there is some situations and examples where I believe I could have done better. Yes, that maybe by choosing different routes or way of doing things could have maybe speed up my learning curve and actually even amplified my impact as a manager or as a finance as a finance manager. Yes, one example that maybe when I was a young finance manager, I was very curious and hard work. Yes, and a hard worker. I was anxious for new challenges. I was anxious to get like a new things to do and be able to amplify my knowledge. Also be able to have different experience, and such anxiety and willingness to succeed maybe made myself a bit, maybe I would say maybe selfish, or a bit like thinking that I would be able, could be capable of doing things by my own. Yes, I would sometimes lock myself through the nights and to learn and study and actually bring a solution to a problem or a situation that my manager or the company brought to me. Sometimes not necessarily carrying the team together with me in this journey. Yeah, because as you evolve in organization, you move from being a member of a team and you actually start to be a manager. Meaning means that you manage a team, you manage a group of people. Yes, and there was an interesting example, a situation where I don't know there was a situation in a new position that I worked at as a finance guy supporting customer development. That came to me a challenge in terms of evaluating how the discounts to customers were actually being controlled. Yes, and I spoke with the team. I understood the situation. Then what I did, I went back home. I worked through the night and I was able to come the next day with a model that I was very excited about to share and ask the team to implement. Yes, and it was great because it actually addressed the problem. So somehow I was able to get the situation or get the challenge that they brought to me, and I was able to deliver the solution. Yes, and was very happy, excited, and proud about that. Yes, but actually, what
Hmm.
happened was like several weeks later, when I have a kind of this one-to-one conversation with a senior member of my team, that he actually asked me, "Why have you done that? Why didn't you just share with us the situation and brought your insights?" Which was actually very interesting one because it was a way to see the problem that the team was not able to actually see and let them do the work. Yes, and actually was something like, it's true. Yes, and then for me it was a kind of a situation where I was a kind of an early manager that I learned the lesson concerning my role as a team member, as a team leader, and how to balance my anxiety to deliver and my role to develop and bring the team together with me. So I believe this was an interesting emblematic situation that actually I can imagine that can happen with many young managers that start to move from a very intelligent and I'll say specialist when they start to move becoming a manager to manage large or smaller teams where you need to be able to work together with a team and deliver results through a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now bringing it more to like present times, how would you say you measure success? Like what metrics or personal achievements do you use to measure your success?
Because it's about the present, but it's about the past as well. I would say since early in my career, success was always about getting things done. Yes, I like this statement of being able to deliver against a mission. Yes, and accomplishing a mission. Yes, and being able to leave a positive impact on people while you work through this journey to get things done. So this is actually what actually for me was is a metric of success. If I find an issue or a situation or a problem that need to be cracked, be able to address the issue and accomplish against this mission. Yes, this is actually what I have so far defined as a success to my career is and is a kind of a metric that I carry with me to measure my achievement. Yeah?
Yeah. So we talked already a bit about what inspired you to get into your career early on, but is there anyone that you looked up to when you started, or anyone that you still look up to today?
I did have a fantastic boss, yes, and leaders that actually helped to guide myself. Yes, I have ones which were very positive and impactful for me. I had another ones which was not that much, but there is a characteristics behind like this kind of a leaders that actually inspired me. It was about like leaders that was able to deliver against a mission, but with strong values. Yes, and values that was like a way to deliver against a problem or against a situation. This was actually always a kind of a leader that I have always admired. This leader that is strong to accomplish something, but at the same time with a strong value. A person that you can trust, regardless of the situation that you actually encountered, because you know that the standards, the ethic standards, or how this person deals with the situations are always very strong. You know?
Yeah.
So switching a little bit, is there anything in your career that you haven't achieved yet that you wish to?
I'm actually happy with what I have achieved so far, but I'm still feel very excited when a new challenge unfolds to me or comes to me. Yes, and actually joining Lojas Renner 2 years and a half ago has been a great challenge. Yes, which I've been really delighted to be able to deal with. Yes, a full finance function in a public company, a company which is very well regarded into the market with a strong international, I would say, investors in the cap table. Yes, so I feel very challenging on this position that I'm holding right now, and it has been like my new mission. Yes.
Yeah. So you talked already a bit about your position as like CFO at Renner. But what is like what would you consider is the most exciting part of your career? The part that you look up to the most?
Yes, as you said, like this role right now is for me the most exciting part of my career. This end-to-end finance responsibility encompassing investor relations, performance management, our controllership, yes, has been a fantastic experience, especially I would say the role of investor relation, which is something completely new for me, something that I knew I has interacted in the past, but it was not something that I had actually been responsible for. And this it has been like a very interesting and challenging experience that I'm living right now as the CFO of Renner.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you say are some common misconceptions about working in your area?
Good question. If you think about especially people that are starting the journey in finance, is people that believe that finance is only about banking, numbers, and accounting. Yes, finance is actually a broad art. Yes, it's the art to enhance delivery of value through people and process. Yes, the art to guide the right decision, the right allocation of resources, to enhance value creation, and as well protect value. Yeah, so this is something that is like a broader view of finance. Yes, I believe that today the finance guys are actually seen as a co-pilot of the organization, someone that is actually the right hand of a business leader, of someone that is leading a process. And this is actually this broader view of the impact of finance is something that sometimes is a misconception when people only see these hard skills. Is that sometimes are the ones that a lot of universities actually focus about.
Hmm. Yeah. So you mentioned some of the skills that might be misconceptions about working in your area. But what skills do you think are like the most important for someone like entering your area today?
Okay. So first is I see accounting, economy, evaluation skills is like the basics of the function. And you need to be strong on that. Therefore, for whoever is actually undergrad in economy or business administration and finance, entrepreneurship, it's very important to have this very strong background. However, this is for me like the basics of the function because what we actually we need today, and it goes beyond finance as well, is people that actually have good critical thinking, problem solving skill, skills, strong communicator, a digital mindset, someone that are able to see things in a more not only to silos, yes, but people that are able to actually expand the discussion of a subject so that you don't get stuck into very, I would say, views which are actually does not allow you to see the full picture. Right? So you
Hmm.
do need to be able to zoom in and zoom out. And these are some of the I would say of those characteristics that I would expect from a finance leader that he would be successful in the function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how would you say your daily routine today changed from how it was back when you started?
Yes, this is interesting because today it is much more about engaging with my business colleagues and team to partner towards like a how to unlock value through providing proper guidance, priorities, resources, meaning like steer the company towards fact-based decisions, being strategically oriented. While in the past, when I started my career, it was more about just getting things done by my own. Yeah? Now I need to deliver for my team, for my peers. So it's a much like a is different. Yes, I do spend a lot of my time today doing meetings with my teams and meetings with the board, meetings with the executive of the company, uh, to I'll say to track performance, but at the same time understand what are the things that you need to do differently. Yes, so being able to apply all those things which I have already said concerning critical thinking, broad thinking, not thinking through silos, are where I spend most of my time today.
Yeah. Okay. And just to wrap things up here, do you have any like final advice for someone considering entering this area of business and finance? Do you have any like general tips or things that people should consider before they enter?
Uh, I would say that you should be keen to learn. Yes, and should be an active reader. You should be able to think and rethink your the concepts that you have in mind. An active listener, a collaborator. Yes, and my advice would be as you start, I would say, career in finance, make sure that you spend time to have this strong background because this is absolutely relevant to have this strong finance toolkit because it's the one that are gonna allows you to actually help the business to navigate the situations. Yeah, so this is something that you
Hmm.
should be able to do so and be open-minded. And as I said at the beginning, do not trap yourself into this misconception that finance is only about numbers. You need to be able to be close to the operation. So myself as finance, I have always tried to learn the numbers through the operation and not just through the numbers itself. Yes, it's great when you're able to understand what in the business is actually delivering the numbers because it makes the conclusions and your contributions much valuable for the business.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Danielle, a lot for letting us have this opportunity to interview you. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. We're gonna make sure to be posting a lot more interviews with future professions. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All the best.
Danielle.
Hope you all enjoy. Take care.